NBA 2K18, in my opinion, has ruined lockdown defenders. Now, we are going to be looking at some lockdown defender builds that people are very interested in, mainly because they don't know the rating. So I made a couple lockdown defender builds. All of these builds 225 pounds, which is the average weight, 6'7", small forward, max wingspan. So the first one we got here is the shot creating defender. Secondary is shot creating. You want that mid-range. So standing layup 71, of course you got your layups and dunks because you're a shot creator. Driving dunk 72. You got a whole bunch of dunking caps left to fill out. Your contested shot mid-range, because you have max wingspan, is a 75. Missing 2 caps. Your open shot 3 is a 58. Not too great, you know. You're not going to be splashing 3s out there, but you'll be able to hit a little bit of 3s, man. A little bit, because my shot creating post scorer can hit 3s. Now rebounding. Your rebounding is a 71, but think about this, right? 2K give every single archetype in this game rebounding this year. I don't know why, they just did it. Your steal is an 85, missing 2 caps. Shot contest 86, missing 1 cap. Vertical 77. Lateral quickness is missing 3, but it's at a 71, which is significantly lower than my lockdown defender that I have right now. Your speed is a 78. Acceleration, notice that you're missing all of the athleticism from a lockdown defender, because the lockdown defender basically has max everything: steals, blocks, vertical, lat quick, speed. And if you make a two-way shot creator, because I've seen these builds and a lot of people on YouTube tell you not to make two-way archetypes. If you make a two-way shot creator, right, you'll have the layups, missing a lot of caps, dunks. You'll be pretty good in layups and dunks. Now the mid-range area, your mid-range contested will be an 86 rating. Open shot 83. You're only missing 1 more cap. Your 3-point open shot 72. Now these are not bad, right? These are not bad ratings. But the thing about these ratings is that you shouldn't compromise these ratings in spite of getting barely above average defense. I mean, your steal only goes to a 75, missing 3 caps. Your shot contest is a 76. You might be able to get it to 80, filling out the other caps. But is it worth having an 80 shot contest? Is it even worth having an 80 steal, compromising what you probably could get a 90 something mid-range with 90 ball control, or a 90 mid-range along with 89 layups, or even 85 dunking ability? Or you can even make a shot creator that has both contact dunks and good dribble moves, man, along with speed boosting. So I don't think it's worth it. Now here we got a 3-point shooting defender. Now you see the gold badges. Basically, if you make any other lockdown defender except a pure lockdown, you're gonna get gold badges, and those are the only gold badges you'll get. So you see, for the layups and dunks, it's not that high. The mid-range is lower than the shot creator, because the shot creator, of course, has the best mid-range in NBA 2K18. Now your 3-point open shot 3 is a 72, contested is a 74, but you're only missing 1 more cap. So it's like, why make this build when you could just make a shot creating defender? Your steal is less. You're only missing 1 more cap at steal. Your block is already maxed out at an 86, so your contest is maxed out at 86, while the shot creator has more. Not only that, your athleticism is less than the shot creating defender. I mean, I don't even know. Don't even make a... If I ever see a sharp shooting defender, you have not watched any video. Because to have that 3-pointer is not even worth it. The shot creating defender is better. Now we're going to take a look at a slashing defender. Now this is interesting because this build actually has 1 Hall of Fame badge. And actually there's a lot more caps for the layups and dunks compared to the other archetypes, like the sharp shooting 3-pointer and the shot creating defender. But you see right here, the driving dunk is already at an 80. Mid-range stops at about a 58. You do got 3 more spots left, but it's going to be an alright mid-range. 3-point shots alright. Ball control, of course, we're not going to be dribbling a lot with these builds. But it's interesting to see that the post offense for a lot of these builds are actually the same rating, almost at a 70. Rebounding, steals right here is the most out of any other archetype than a pure lockdown. 87. However, you have one more cap, and the shot contest is at an 86. Same thing like the shot creating defender. Vertical is actually higher because you're athletic. You're a slashing defender. You have an 81 vertical, and it goes all the way to max. Your lateral quickness is a 71, only missing 2 caps. Your speed is already at an 81. Way faster than a sharpshooting defender. That's why I say don't make a sharpshooting defender. Acceleration is at an 80, and your strength is at a 73. So out of all these builds, sharpshooting defender so far is looking like the worst. Don't make that build. And here right here is just a typical pure lockdown defender. 6'7", you see the contact dunk, 71. Actually, your dunk as a lockdown is not bad if you're a pure lockdown. Especially if you get to the white cap, it's not bad. Now your shot mid is shot. It's literally not that good. Your 3-point is irrelevant. Your rebounding is basically the same as, this is what I'm talking about, man. That's why I feel like 2K killed lockdown defenders, because they gave everybody this year rebounding. You see the 98 steal, 99 shot contest, you already know this. And the lockdown defender has some crazy caps. Lateral quickness at a 76. Speed is already at an 81. It can go farther than that. And your strength is a 76, missing 5 caps. So if you really want a good build for locking people down, you could make a regular average 225 pounds, 6'7" max wingspan lockdown defender. But let's talk about lockdown defenders real quick, right? And let's talk about every single lockdown defender build. The reason why I'm disappointed with lockdown defenders this year is that we have less we're able to do compared to other archetypes. Think about this, right? My playmaking shot creator has a 68 rebounding. Not only that, my playmaking shot creator has maxed post offense right now. His post offense is at like a 73. He has a 73 post fade, 73 post hook, 73 post control, all that. He's got all that. Last year, if you didn't have the caps, you could not get 70 rebounding or even a 68 rebounding. If you were a playmaker last year, there's no way you had a 60 rebounding. Same thing with a lot of shot creators. Same thing with a lot of sharpshooters. And even some slashers did not even have close to a 70 rebounding. So a lockdown defender would be able to snag rebounds on almost all the guard positions. So that's one thing. The second thing is, let's talk about the strength, right? 2K again has given every single archetype strength. I don't know why. Now my playmaking shot creator has strength comparable to my 6'7" lockdown defender. Whereas back in 2K17, a 6'7" lockdown defender might have an 80 strength compared to a playmaker's maybe 30 strength. Some archetypes, some guard positions, maybe 40 strength. That's a huge difference and a huge advantage to a lockdown defender on defense and also offense. But this year, since everyone has strength, everyone has post offense, everyone has rebounding, what does a lockdown defender do now? A lockdown defender plays defense. And what else do they do? Well, not much out. I mean, yeah, you seen in this game, I do have some offense. I could pull up and still shoot mid-ranges even though it's at a 60-something. But listen, man, the steal in this game, they've lowered the steal success so much. I've barely been able to get steals with my lockdown defender. Now, you see I have bronze pickpocket. Some of you people might be like, well, Waffle, why don't you get Hall of Fame pickpocket? Bro, I have a 98 steal. That's like saying, oh, sharpshooter, you got a 99 3-pointer. Well, you should have the badge. Of course you should have the badge. But that doesn't mean I should be not getting any steals. I have a 98 steal rating. My shot contest and my blocks is a 99 for a reason. But yet, a lot of archetypes on the park are able to block shots easy. Even in the transition fast break. I've seen a lot of chase down blocks. And people are not even lockdown defenders. They have no defense in any skill, but they're getting a ton of chase down blocks. It's just annoying, man. I mean, listen, I tried to play my lockdown defender. I tried to see which lockdown defender I'd like to make. And it's a shot creating defender because you have a little bit of a mid-range. And by the way, you can buy boosts so you can get that mid-range to 80. But I like the shot creating defender the most out of all the builds, man. Simply because if you buy a boost, you're a lot better. You buy a boost for steal, then you have a 95 steal with a shot creating defender. Even your mid-range goes up to like maybe a 76 or 78 max. You plus 5 to that, you're at an 83 mid-range. So shot creating defender to me is the way to go, where you're not compromised on offense and you still have somewhat good or great lockdown defender defense, man. So if you really want to make a lockdown defender build, shot creating defender is the way to go. I mean, I don't know, man. 2K they just ruined it, man. I mean, they allowed every archetype to get rebounds. Every build is able to get a high strength, a good amount of strength. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think about these builds. And for now, I'm out. Peace.